Good morning, BCS students. Welcome to my house. This is Miss Rosie. We are going to be learning two-digit divisors. It's lesson 4-8. Hopefully you've watched the YouTube video, but we need to go a little bit further than what they're giving us. We'll do a couple practice problems, and then we're going to check to make sure that we have the correct answers. And we do that by doing the inverse of division, which, if you remember, is multiplication. Really encourage you. A lot of you are not turning in your work. You need to get that to me as soon as possible. This will help you when you go into 6th grade next year, and keep you current on what you need to know, the basics of math. So if you go to your textbook, to page, I don't know what it is in your workbook, but just watch me for a few minutes and then I will do some practice problems. If you saw on the video, we need to do estimation and rounding. Now, we had a section on estimation and rounding, and there were only a couple of you that got that correct. So estimating and rounding helps us find the answer quicker than doing, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, etc. Hopefully you know those in your head enough, but when you get into big numbers, as they showed on the YouTube video, it's more difficult because those are not on your multiplication fact sheets. So I'm going to do a practice problem, and it's with a two-digit divisor. It's 3,128 divided by 46. Let me erase the lesson up here. Now, what they showed on the video to estimate, this would be about 50. If we bring it down, we can put it down here and then I'll erase it, divided by 3,000. Okay. Again, if you look at your zeros, let's kind of cross these out. 5 goes into 30. How many times? It goes in 6 times. 6 5s are 30. So our answer should be about 60. All right, we can put this up here, about 60. So we're going to be looking in that. So if you get 200 as your answer, you know you're way out of the ballpark. So we want to know how many, okay, first of all, 46 does not go into 31, does it? No, so we need to know how many 46s will go into 312. So we again estimate it and round it to 50 goes into 300 how many times? Well, we know 50 goes into 100 2 times, so 50 would go into 306 times. So let's take 46 times 6, and you do need a scrap piece of paper. 6 6s are 36. 6 4s are 24, plus 3 more is 27. So we put that 6 over the 2 because that's the last number we're going into. 46 times 6, we've already multiplied it here, is 276. Now we subtract. Okay, 6 from 12 we have to borrow. Make this a 0 and this a 12. So we have 6 left here. This is 0. Sorry about that. That should be a 12. This would really be 10 because we have to borrow from here. So 10 minus 7 is 3. And 46 does not go into 36. Let's kind of make sure that this I subtracted correctly. 6 plus 6 is 12, yes. And then carry 1, 10, 1, yes, and then 1. All right. So it doesn't go into 36, so bring your 8 down. Again, we already said that 50 goes into 306 times. But how many times will it go into 368? Well, another 50 is 7 times. So let's take 46 times 7 6 sixes are 36 plus 7 is 42, or times 7. 7 fours are 28 plus 4 is 28. So we have 282. That is, whoops, we need to put our 7. 7 times 46 is 282. Then we subtract. This is 6. And this is 8. All right, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, now, since I have, okay, I did 282, I worked this out so I would know what the answer was. But since I have more left, oh, excuse me, 6. Okay, that's 8. Okay, I think I multiplied this wrong. 6 sixes are 36, 42, 28, 29, 30, 132. Okay, here we are. I hope you caught that while you were doing it. This should be 322 minus 322. And we have 6 here, and we have 4 here. Well, just like on the YouTube video, I have 46 as a remainder. Well, I could have used another 46. So we're going to do 46 times 8. 6 eighths are 48. 8 fours are 32, not 36. 9 fours are 36, but it's 32 plus 4 more is 36. And that's exactly how many we had left over. Excuse me, that's how much it is, and then there is 0 remainder. So 46 goes into 3,128.67 times. Now what the YouTube video does not show you is how to check your answer. Is this the correct answer? You take your quotient, that's the answer, times your divisor. Okay, we should have changed that, I apologize, because it's this one, times your divisor, and then we'll see what we get. It's supposed to match this. If it does not match it, then we got the wrong answer. So 6 eighths are 48, 6 sixes are 36, and 4 more are 40. Okay, put a 0 there as a placeholder. 4 eighths are 32, carry the 3. 4 sixes are 24, plus 3 is 27. 8, 2, 11, or 1, and 3. 3128 is what we started with. So 68 is the correct answer, the correct quotient. If there were to have been, if there was a remainder of 2, after you multiplied, then you would add your remainder. But since there's no remainder, we have just the answer of 68. So 68 times 46 gives me 3,128. Okay. All right, I want you to get out your piece of paper, and I want you to do the next one with me. Help me with it. I can't see you, but hopefully this will be a little bit easier for you. We're going to take 6,644 divided by 18. Okay? 6,644 divided by 18. Now we need to estimate. Let's make this 20 divided by 6,000. Okay. Again, since we have zeros in both the dividend and the divisor, we're going to take them out just for this estimation. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Okay, and then we have the 2 zeros left. We need to move those up. So our answer should be around 300. If you get 500, you know your answer is wrong. So we're going to put an estimate of 300. And you need to do that with each one of your division problems, even if it's a one-digit divisor. So let me put that back up. 6,644 divided by 18. All right, let's look and see what we have. 18 will not go into 6, so you can put the placeholder of 0 or just leave it blank. That's up to you. But it will go into 66. And let's do that estimate. 20 goes into 60 how many times? Well, we know 20 times 3 is 60. So let's take 3 times 18 and see what we get. 3/8 are 24, so it's 54. Let's do 18 times 3, we said is 54. Now if our remainder here is more than this, is more than our divisor, then we have not made this large enough. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay, it will not go into 12, but let's bring our 4 down. And let's see, how many times does 20 go into 124? Well, we already know that 2 times 5, or 2 times 50 is 100, and another 18, we can say 3 times 5 is 150, so let's try and go with 20 goes into 124. Okay, 5. Oh, okay, this is, I'm sorry, 2. I messed up. Okay, and then 2 times 60 is 120. Okay, so 6 is going to work better than the 5. So we're going to put a 6 there and do an actual 6 times 18. Don't get confused with your estimating and your actual multiplication of your divisor and a number for your quotient. So 18 times 6, 6/8 are 48. Okay, and 6 times 1 is 6, and plus 4. So we're doing 108. Okay, and we have 4 we had to borrow. Okay. Sorry about that. That's 16. So our remainder is 16. So we have 36 with the remainder. Whoops, we're not done. Sorry about that. I've got to bring the other 4 down. Now how many times does it go into 164? We know that it goes into 100. 20 goes into 100 5 times. Let's see, 2 times what gives us 16? 8, right? So we can do 18 times 8. 8 times 8 is what, 64? Whoops. Make sure you put the last number here and the first one up here. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14. So let's put the 8 up here over this 4. That's the last number we're going into. Subtract 144. Okay, we have 0 here, and we have 20 here. Oops, my remainder is larger than my divisor. So that means I have enough to put another number up there. So let's do 18 times 9. 9 twos are 72, and then 9 is 162. So we have to change this because we had an 8 there and that wasn't large enough. So it's 369, and then 18 times 9 is actually 162. We subtract that, and we have a remainder of 2. We're not done. I want you to check your work. So we take our quotient, the answer, 369 times 18. Now let me do it over here so it's larger. 369, and you can see it because I was getting towards the end of the board, times our divisor, okay? 8 nines are 72. 48 plus 7, 55. 8 threes are 24, plus 5 is 28. Oops, 29. All right, so we have 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, 2, 9 plus 5 is 14, 16, 6. No, it's not the same. Oh, we forgot our remainder. Then you add your remainder. And then that's 4, 4, 6, 6. Now it equals what we started with. I hope you came up with the same number. You may have even gotten that this one was 9 instead of 8 before I did. So that is wonderful. We're going to do one more, and then I will finish the video. All right, we're going to do 961 divided by 28. Okay, we're going to estimate it. That's so important in division. So we're going to say 30, round this to 30, and make this 900. Or you could even do 1,000. That would have been fine. Okay, again, we can cross those out. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So our answer should be about 30. So around 30. Okay, now let's do the actual. Okay, 28 does not go into 9. You can put a 0 there if you need it for a placeholder. But 30 will go into 90 3 times, correct? So now let's take 28 times 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 more is 84. We subtract. Okay, will 28 go into 12? No. So we bring down our 1. How many times will 30 go into 121? Well, we know 3 times 4 is 12, so let's take 4 times 28. 4 eights are 32. 4 twos are 8, and plus 3 is 11. Okay, let's put the 4 there. 28 times 4, we said it was 112. Okay, so we have a remainder of 9. 34, remainder 9. Let's check it. Let's make sure it's correct. So take your dividend, your quotient, 34 times 28. You go on and multiply that on your scrap piece of paper. I'll put it up here. 34 times 28. And you want to keep your estimate up there so you know you're in the ballpark. Okay, you go on and multiply, and let's see if we come with the same come up with the same number. I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, 8 fours are 32. 8 threes are 24, plus 3 is 27. 2 times 4 is 8. No carry. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have 2, 15, 9. 952. Is that the same as we have in our dividend? No, but we've got to still put our remainder. So we add the remainder. So we add that, 9, 11, 6, 961. Voila, we checked and it is the correct answer. Okay, students, I'm going to give you my phone number. So if you have any questions on any of your work, and some of you are really behind, I think there are about 3 of you that are even doing any work. But my phone number is 321-750-7861. If you need me, call me. I will walk you through it. I'll help you. I'll do whatever I can to make you successful in doing your multiplication and division. You also need to make sure that you are doing your fact sheets. I just sent you one that's 6, 7, and 8s. Make sure you study them before you do the sheet. There's no reason you cannot get 100 on those sheets. And then also keep reviewing your divisibility rules. We're going to be doing fractions next week. So it's important you get your multiplication and division down. It's important that you do it. If you have any questions, again, give me a call. The homework I'm putting on LMS will be the only homework. It's due Friday, and that's all that I'm going to give you for this week. Again, if you have any questions, give me a call, Miss Rosie, 321-750-7861. Thank you. I miss you, kids. You have a great week and work hard. Thank you.